Yeah, so when I first started here in 2007, I was still in high school. I was not even graduated yet. So I had a very limited work schedule, and they, worked with me on coming in after school and on the weekends. And when you're in high school and you're driving, you're trying to make as much money as you can. So they let me get overtime. Let me, get some extra hours in to try and help out with things and, just the expenses that you're going through when you first start driving and stuff. But yeah, so I started off being I don't even really know if there's a title for it, just kind of the lot guy. I just would wash lawnmowers, mow the lawn. I was only working a couple hours a week. I wasn't really doing a whole lot, so I did that for quite a few years because I did it when I was in high school, and then I went to college, and then I was only working one full day and one half day a week, so it was really limited schedule. So I pretty much just did the same thing I was doing from when I was in high school, just because of the limited of hours. I couldn't really maintain an actual position. So they, worked with me for that and let me come and again try and work as many hours as I could. After hours Saturday, working late Friday, just trying to get some extra money pulled in. And then once I finally graduated college, then I went to school to be a diesel mechanic, but I quickly realized after I was in school that it's not really the role I wanted to do in life, but it was still good to have and glad I still did it. But so as soon as I graduated, I actually became the driver because the other guy had just retired and they would need a driver. So I jumped in the seat. Didn't really like it that well. I only did it for, I don't even think it was 2 years, a year and a half, something like that. And I got out of it, just too much driving around, didn't like it. And then I became the yard manager, which was my longest role here. I did that for 12, 13 years, I think, quite a while. And then, that was everything from unloading semi-trucks to hauling equipment, washing stuff, still maintain the lot, organizing equipment, everything like that. There wasn't a job I said no to. I did anything they asked me to do with pretty much a smile. And then I was getting a little burnout on it, just, same stuff day after day, week after week, year after year. So the lawn and garden service manager was retiring, and I kind of had my eyes on that for a while, but I wasn't really thinking he was going to retire so soon. I was kind of hoping that he wouldn't retire so soon, so I could still do that lot thing for a little while longer. But he said he was going to retire, and I thought, well, I better jump on it and do it. So so then I became lawn and garden. I was just a service writer. It was my role. So I did that for 3 years, and I liked it at first. It was fun, I thought it was a little bit easier than my old job. I didn't have to go out and deal with the weather, unload trucks in the rain, snow. But then I'm not really, kind of learned I'm not really a person to sit at my desk much. I kind of like to be out and about doing things and interacting with people and, go outside and enjoy the weather. So about probably 2 years into it, I started really digging it so much. And then after that, I just, I'm not saying I didn't like it, but I was kind of, all right, time to try and see if I can find something else. So we were needing a driver. Our other driver had quit. He just had some family stuff come up. So we had to try to find another driver. Weren't really having much luck with people. Interviewed a couple people. And then the one day they just asked me, they're like, well, hey, you've been here a long time, you know how things work. What do you think about being the driver again? I said, sure, let's do it. So I started that role about like a month or so ago, but it's only been in the afternoons because they're still trying to find someone to fill my old spot as a service writer. So once they find someone to fill that spot, then I'll be delivering full time. But for now, I'm just doing it half day just to keep up with things. So yeah, and that's pretty much everything. It's a great place to work. I mean, things that they'll do for you. One of the earliest things I can remember when I first started going to college, there was a scholarship out. It wasn't for much. It was only like $1,000, $1,500. And it was through here, but I forget the details, but basically Wellington couldn't pick who got the scholarship. So of course I applied, and I didn't get a scholarship. And they're like, hey, you didn't get the scholarship, it wasn't up to us. Sorry about your luck. I said, okay. Well, then it was like a week or two later, they called me in the office and they're like, hey, come here, got something for you. So I came in there and they're like, yeah, they kind of were teasing me a little bit about, if you stay off your phone, you keep doing a good job, we might have something for you. And then they gave me that same amount of money that the scholarship was offering and just gave it to me as a check. Said, here you go, use it for school, use it for books, use it for whatever, just don't spend it all on beer. And yeah, just things like that. I mean, it's a super nice place to work for. You need to come in late, you have to leave early, you need a day off last minute, where normal companies would be like, nope, you can't do that, or nope, you can't leave early today. You didn't give us enough time. They've very rarely said no, and if they did, it was because I was like, extremely last minute and there was no one else to cover it. So, but yeah, I mean, it's just a good place to work for. I can't say enough good things about it, really.